Successful money habits don't always start with money. Hi everyone, my name is Annie. I'm a financial planner and a success coach, and I help people just like you. Are you overwhelmed, feeling like you have all these things that you want to do, need to do, should do, and yet you feel like you can't get to any of them in a way that you'd like to, with fulfillment and satisfaction, like with full satisfaction? Or maybe it's not to your standard, and you spend more of your time criticizing and judging yourself than actually doing. And this is a story I hear with so many people, by the way. During one of my recent coaching sessions with a gentleman who has a full-time job, is married, and has a young, very, very young child, the feeling of overwhelm was a really serious topic. So instead of tackling the debt problem, like most financial planners would do, I just asked him a bunch of qualitative, like real life type of questions about what's happening in his life. If you have a really good financial advisor or planner, they've probably asked you this question around what's most important to you, or what do you value in life, or what's happening in your life. Because when you have a really good planner, they understand that all the other areas of your life affect the decisions you make around money. Instead of directly tackling the debt problem, which it's fairly easy to do, show me the numbers, what's the interest rate, what are your goals, what's important to you, okay, let's do this in a logical way. The problem is the overwhelm stays with you, and it's invisible, and it's really hard to tackle in a tangible way. But I'm gonna bet, and I'm gonna guess, that when you have overwhelm, you probably don't have over celebration. Let me tell you what I mean. When we're experiencing major overwhelm and we actually get some things done that were on our list, our quote unquote list, we hardly ever celebrate the things that we actually do or that we actually accomplish. We just move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And we never take a moment to actually look back and say, oh my God, I did those things. That was on my list. And I did it. Do you ever celebrate yourself and acknowledge yourself in completing the things that you thought were important to you? It could have been something super simple or something super complicated. Either way, it's worth celebrating. And here's why this is really key to developing healthy money habits. Because habits, any healthy habits, are all connected, and it really doesn't matter whether it's about money, whether it's about diet, whether it's about relationships. Healthy habits all kind of have the same foundation. And so I decided to do a little exercise with this client. And you can try this with me right now. Think about something that you really, really want to celebrate, like that feeling of, yes, I did it, okay? Now give me your biggest yes. And my client went, yes. When I did this for the first time, I also was kind of like, let me just, keep it real professional, polite, and conservative. And I went, yes. And I said to my client, okay, now I'm asking you as well, you watching this video. Now I want you to give me a bigger yes, like yes. So my client gave me a bigger yes. How did that feel for you right now doing this with us today? Now I want you to do this one more time, but like really big. Stand up if you need to. Stand up and feel your feet on the ground, feel your body moving, and I want you to give me the biggest yes that you can feel. That feeling right there. Did you do it? I hope you did. Now, I want you to feel that feeling of ultimate celebration. And I asked my client, how do you feel right now? And he said, well, kind of goofy and fun. I said, excellent. Because when you feel that goofy and fun, your body kind of wakes up to, whoa, what's this? Because you see, as adults, we forgot to have fun. We forgot to celebrate just for the sake of celebrating. We forgot to enjoy and play without validation. And this particular client has a very young child. So I said, do this with your child. Just go and be like, yes! And watch your kid light up, because they know what that feels like. Because that's what they're full of. Just that fun, playful energy. Now, how did I take this back to healthy habits? He determined one of the things he wanted to work on. And I said, okay, we're gonna break this down into baby steps. So think about a goal that you'd like to do, like a really simple goal. It could be something like, I wanna make sure I finish a book, okay? Nothing to do with money, right? I wanna make sure I finish reading a whole book. So the first habit, you're like, well, I should open the book. Great. Now, the first habit before that would be, I should go and pick up the book, right? Let me at least pick up the book. Because how often has that book sat on the table as you walk by it day after day, and every time you look at it, it serves now not as a symbol of something to get excited about and new knowledge to learn and something that makes you maybe feel good or inspires you. Now that book serves as a symbol for all the things you didn't do, all the things you should have done, all that self-judgment and all that self-criticism starts to play into it. The shame, the guilt, and now you don't even want to go there. You're just like, I don't want to see the book. And surprise, surprise, the book stays there in the same spot for months and you just stopped seeing it. Whatever habit that is for you. Let's use this example as a book. You're first going to start by picking up the book, looking at the cover, and putting it down. And then I want you to say, yes, yes, I did it. I'm serious. Because you know why? Because now your brain is like, whoa, we got some good feelings out of this. We really enjoy this. This was cool and fun. We got to be celebrated. We want to do this again. Oh yes, we want to do this again because we like being rewarded. And then next time you're going to look forward to it. You're going to pick up the book. You're going to look at the title, maybe a little bit longer, or if you're feeling it, maybe you open it up and read one line. One line. Be like, all right, I did it. Now you celebrate. Now, sometimes your celebration could be like a really big yes. And sometimes if you're like me, you pump up some music you really like and you dance and you celebrate and you do a whole thing. Because to me, when I hear music and it pumps me up and I love to dance, that gets me going. It gets me all fired up and charged up. And I'm celebrating myself. I'm celebrating the choice I made to take a healthy action towards something I really want to do, especially when I avoided it for so long. And bit by bit, as you take moments throughout your day or day by day, week by week, next thing you know, you'll have found yourself sitting, reading an entire chapter of a book. And then before you know it, you'll have completed that book. Every step you took needed a celebration, because that's one of the ways that you're rewiring your brain to think about what that action did, what that activity is, what that book meant. It's all about the behavior. So if you can do this, you can do the same around money habits. Oh yes. It's the same in debt repayment. It's the same with savings. It's the same with planning towards any goal that requires money. Making smart money decisions. We tend to have this avoidance behavior that we develop over time around money, and it's not because of the money, it's usually around the consequence, but more specifically it's around the feelings that we felt. We felt the shame, we felt the guilt, we felt the fear. So how do you work around that? By working on any habit, any goal that you have, one step at a time, little by little, and celebrating every time you made a different choice, a healthier choice, in favor of reaching a goal that you had. And it can start with something as simple as picking up a book. I would love to hear what your goal is. What's your next goal? And hey, if you want some feedback or you want some ideas, please type it in the comments and I'd be happy to respond. I respond to every single comment myself and I love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to have healthy habits around money and how it doesn't even start with money. It all starts with you. Choosing you, making a choice for you, and celebrating you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.